So here I am. Hi there. How you doing? Justin Kapani from New Delhi, India. Uh, a founder, CEO, entrepreneur, been a professional for about you know 20 odd years plus and stuff. Now in the line of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions, products, services, corporate gifting, etc. And uh, I mean. During the course of my day or my journey. My journey is a long one. It's a long life, so it's going to go long. So during the course of my journey and stuff, and on an everyday basis, even when you step out of your house or you are talking to people around you and stuff, be it work, non-work, there's one thing which comes into play. How do we get influenced, or how are we affected by people and behaviors around and stuff. So there's a great article today in the Times of India, New Delhi edition. This is on page 22, and it's a brilliant article. You must read this. It's in the section of the speaking tree, and I totally loved it. I think I read it 3, 4 times and stuff, and I totally connect with it. Also because I'm into spirituality, and I endorse the idea of a positive mind and stuff. And I believe that what we are within, we see around us and stuff. So they've given a pretty good analogy or an example of bees and flies, and it's captioned as the secrets to a positive mind. So let me read it out to you word by word the way it is. Life is not determined by what happens to us, it is determined by how we respond and the quality of our mind. So a positive mind creates opportunities, joy, and growth, while a negative mind normally suffers and focuses on suffering, negativity, and and they are constantly, suffering, even when there is abundance around them, or when life is going great and stuff, because the attitude is like that. Okay, so to explain this simple example, the author is shared a beautiful example. It's between a bee and a fly. So what does a bee do? A bee carefully hops from one flower to other, collecting nectar, and as it moves, it performs pollination and contributes to the growth of nature. And the bee searches for beauty, fragrance, and sweetness, and is naturally drawn toward nourishing what life could be like and stuff. On the contrary, what does a fly do? A fly may sit on a flower for a moment, and very soon the flower, appears dirty, and the fly will flutter around, and it may actually go and sit on a dirty pile of garbage or a dirty place later, and it carries impurity wherever it goes. So the fly is attracted not only to what is beautiful, but to also what is filthy. So this is a beautiful relationship between how flies and bees function, and how human beings are. So many human minds behave this way, and a person may say, my child is loving, my family is supportive, my work is going well, but my mother-in-law or my sister-in-law or my daughter-in-law or whatever is difficult. Now the whole mind is occupied by that negativity, and even if there is positivity happening around you in your relationships and stuff, you will consistently focus only on the negative aspect. When you consistently focus on the negative aspect, what happens? Your energy get drains. So I have been sharing this pretty proactively. Stop talking about the negative stuff in your life and start highlighting and focusing on the positive in your life. This is the reason that when you are complaining, when you are finding faults, when you're criticizing, you lose the ability to actually appreciate things that surround you, and you get into a fly mentality, which is buzz, 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 and from one complaint, one criticism, one fault finding to the other, and it becomes a habit, and it's a part of the personality then. Now the bee mentality is different. The bee does not deny the existence of dirt, but it focuses on nectar. Similarly, when a focus person shifts from, or a wise person shifts their issues and problems, and focuses on possibilities and positivities, the unhappy incident starts looking like a positive one, and the challenge helps them grow. So it does not mean that you there is no negativity or there's no unpleasantness in your life and stuff. The point is to not let that message or let that situation or just that one relationship or set of relationships drive your entire life and the way you think. I would not even use the word narrative, but it's actually the overall outlook or disposition towards life and stuff. As a result of that, what will happen from abundance of great relationships or work or a great life, everybody has challenges. It starts looking like a monotonous kind of a way of living. So, a positive mind is not about one that denies reality, but it acknowledges it, but it chooses to respond. A positive mind is appreciative, learns, grows, and moves forward. And such a mind attracts positive and blessings naturally. And when your mind starts functioning with gratitude and thankfulness or whatever happens in your life and stuff, then it replaces your complaints with wisdom, and wisdom replaces confusion with peace, which is taking away all the unnecessary unpleasant in your life and stuff. So let us cultivate a bee's attitude, or do you want to still remain a fly? Do you want to spend your life, constantly criticizing, complaining, fault finding, focusing on the negative, or do you want to spend your time in your life like a I could use a butterfly example as well, a butterfly or a bee, learning from your challenges and growing beyond them, and cultivating a positive attitude which is forever seeking goodness, beauty, wisdom, and opportunities in the situation. And when we develop a mindset, we discover that positivity is not really thinking, it's a way of life. So I found this so truly enlightening, truly amazing. Tell me what your thoughts are this on this hour. And this is an unedited video. It goes for about I think 8 minutes. So I'm going to keep it short. I'm Justine Kapani. I'm on your screens. Practice prayers, practice meditation, practice focusing on the positive. Make a list of the positive and stuff. And when someone starts talking negative about something or a certain situation or people or whatever, just shift your focus. It's not like you don't want to talk about the negative or the unpleasant, but if it's a reality, you don't have to get stuck in it. That's what it means. So this doesn't even mean you move on. It just means you close that chapter, revisiting that book, rewriting that narrative in your head, replaying that cassette in your head. You may remember the wounds, the hurt, the pain, or whatever. We are humans. We get upset. We get hurt. Sometimes people are unpleasant. Sometimes people misbehave, can be family, parents, children, siblings, or whatever. But the point is to rise above that. And how does that happen? It happens only when you shift your focus from that micro situation to a bigger situation, right? So pray daily, tune into positivity, take control and charge of your mindset. Make a list of whatever feels good, and even if a negative memory or a episode or a situation comes into your mind, try and focus on the positive. Yeah, love and luck and take care. Have a blast and cheers on a nice French press coffee. Keeps you alert, keeps you happy, and I got gratitude for my first cup of coffee as well because it comes to me so very easily. So take care and enjoy yourself and have a blast and enjoy the weekend. Bye bye.